This your boy Zoom, and we back with another episode of the Grind Theory. This is episode 13. Uh, this is gonna be a little different though. This is where you're gonna get to know me. My childhood wasn't terrible. Uh, I would say like middle class, low classish. I would say something like that. It was it was probably better than most people, you know. Uh, But no, I would say I had a decent childhood. Uh, I was around my grandparents a lot, stuff like that. But yeah, overall it was good. Biggest achievement as of today. Hmm. I would say like me personally, growing as an individual. Uh, Man, I've kind of like been through roller coasters. Uh, did a lot of wrong, did a lot of good stuff like that. But overall, my biggest achievement of 2025 is just becoming a better person. Like I feel it inside me that 2, 3 years, 4 years ago, like I wasn't, I didn't really like myself like as of now. So yeah, and then man, starting a podcast, that's another one. Um, I used to always like be behind the scenes and don't get me wrong, I did think I was a rapper at some point. I got a couple music videos, stuff like that, but other than that, I was usually just behind the scenes. But like I would say I got three. I got three biggest achievements. The first one, just being a better person. Second one, starting a podcast. And three, man, just being a dad. A good dad. Shout out to all the good dads. Shout out to the dads that try out there. Uh, but yeah, that's about it. 5 year plan. Man, to tell you the truth, it's simple. I do want to be married, have like a traditional family at some point in my lifetime. Uh, even if it's not in 5 years, but if it is, even better. Whatever. Uh, in a real world, rich off content. you know, I think that's a lot of people's dreams. But in 5 years, it's very possible. You just put the grind behind it. I got faith in myself. Hmm. What else? 5 years. Man, just stable, like financially stable, mentally stable. Uh, Nothing too crazy, really. Healthy. Health is wealth. I'll tell you that right now. I want to. I like me personally. I want it to be. I want it to be the biggest and the best podcast in the world. My meaning behind it, but truthfully, I want it as like a platform to be to where maybe it's like a small business and they got a story and let's say this podcast has a half a million subs or a million subscribers. Like how cool would that be to where I could just come back to even like my own town or just a random city and like put them on it and let them tell their story. It could turn a small local thing into something major just by off of that. I feel like that's kind of where like I really want this podcast to be not only like to where you can get up here and like tell your story, but create opportunities. I would say my family's a little wild, but like as far as how we get along, it's all right. It's all right. I got two crazy sisters, that's for sure. But they did bless me with two nephews, so I can't really be too mad at them. But overall, it's good. Off top, number one, I gotta give it to D. I give it to my man, D Four Eyes Brown. He rebranded. Used to be D Boogie Brown, but yeah, Man, he's a talker. He's got a creative mind. He's very and like the stuff he talks about isn't just like random bullshit. Like it's shit you can learn from. It's stuff that like for example, in his episode, he had talked about AI, like AI rap artists. And no kidding you, like probably like a few weeks ago, I just seen something about like an AI artist getting signed or something like that. Number two, I gotta give it to I gotta give it to Ryan Kavanaugh. Only because for one, somebody that has like a drug problem or just even like a story like that in general, to be brave enough to get on a platform and to tell it. And not only tell it, but it's permanent on the internet. Like anybody can watch it. So it's like I feel like that takes a lot to just do it in general. Number three, man, this is tough. Actually, this is kind of tough. Uh, Number three, I got to give it to Stacks. He he's a hustler. He it's like on social media you see him everywhere. You see him in Chicago. You see him over here. I mean, he's done commercials for McDonald's even. Like he's just a he's just a hustler. But yeah, I would say that's like my top three in a sense. That's how I feel about it. A good podcast guest. I feel like if it's you definitely gotta get people that can hold a conversation, keep it going. And like sometimes there's sometimes like I'll sit there and have like a dog moment, but like if you can get a talkative person and somebody that can interact and like talk right, and use their words right, and just keep it going, I feel like that makes a good guess in a sense because you can bounce off each other. Uh, I play softball. That's like one of my favorites. I got a team. It's called Recon Softball. Um, Bruce Bender actually, he runs a construction company called Bender and Son Construction. He actually helped basically like dress the whole team in a sense as like a sponsor. But yeah, softball is like my number one. It's fun. It's something positive. Uh, I do music still ish, but I don't consider myself like a musician in a sense. Uh, and that's really about it. Um, I do YouTube for my daughter on the side. I play around with editing here and there. But other than that, that's about it. One thing I've learned from my guests, um, just really just about them, like their stories. Like I said, like for there's a photographer that I've done. Like each person has kind of like their own characteristics. Uh, Everybody comes from a different background of things. It's just it's kind of like journalism in a sense. Like, bro, you just learn people. It's just what it is. That's kind of how I see it. If I could, I would say Elon Musk. That's like somebody I would love on my podcast. Cause that dude is a man. If you can make billions like that, there ain't no. You cannot say he didn't grind for that. Like that takes. I don't know how many billionaires are in this world, but I know there's not a lot. And if you're one of them, you're doing something. But no, there are a couple of local people that I want to get on too. Uh, there's a guy that actually plays softball. He has his own like pretzel company. It's called Ben Soft Pretzels. But he has his own like softball team, and they're like really good. But long story short, it's an Amish pretzel, I believe. Um, I'd like to have him on there. Hmm. There's this like I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna get mad at this, but there's this Hell's Angels biker club in Fort Wayne that I reached out to on Facebook. I I definitely want. There's definitely gonna be some talking in the future about it, maybe, but they're not very camera friendly so far. What I've got out of it, but um, man, I don't really have a specific person. To tell you the truth, like if it could be a famous person, though, any of them. I just would have like that. I've only been doing it like 4 months, but so far it's almost like a challenge for me. So like other people might get different things out of it, but me personally, I do it because it's like a challenge. Like I feel like I'm challenging myself. Like that's that's my biggest thing, and then being able to connect with people, meet new people, stuff like that. Just general conversation. Man, you can find me on Facebook uh, at Zoom D Real. You can find. Oh, I don't know about putting too much out now, but the Facebook is okay. You can find me on here too, the podcast. But yeah, I'll just stick with Facebook so far. Steak. Listen, I eat raw steak sometimes. Like, not seared, nothing. Okay, it sounds crazy, but if you do it with cream cheese, okay, just try it just one time. Whoever watches this, I want y'all to find this in this video. But take a raw steak, don't sear it, but it's got to be a good steak. It can't be a cheap steak. So get you a good steak, cut it up. You get you some cream cheese, and just eat it. Supposedly it cleans you out. I don't know how true that is, but I done did it before and it's not bad. Tell you the truth, cream cheese kind of helps with the. But no, in general, my favorite food is steak, bro. I love steak. That's just what it is. Oh my, dude, I have a bunch of them. I like all the the Fridays and um that baseball movie is like well, I say my top three. Sandlot is like one of my favorites. I probably watched that movie like 1,000 times for real. But really anything Adam Sandler too, man. Anything Adam Sandler, uh, Grown Ups, that shit's funny too. Yeah, I don't really have like a specific one, but I got a bunch of them. I like country. I like rap. I like a lot of music. I would say the only kind of music I really don't like prefer to listen to is like I don't know. You take this how you want to, but like the sobby, like depressing stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say like Juice WRLD because like Juice WRLD has good music, but like I don't like the sobbiness about it. I like uppity music. Like country can be sobby too. I don't like too many sob country stuff, but I like uppity stuff. I like to be hype. There's this one person that I do kind of like, not necessarily, like, I kind of look up to him in a sense, but like, he can be an asshole on the internet. Oh, that's just how he is. But he's smart. He got rich as hell off of selling a course on how to get rich. His name's Andrew Tate. But uh, Elon too. Elon is like one of my top persons too, just because like man, people like that is they're worth something. Like there's something to them. Like bro, if I can figure out how to become a billionaire, bro, like who like you really I feel like I look at it like this. You surround yourself by who you be around is who you become. I believe that. And if I feel like if I'm looking up to somebody that ain't nothing, I'm gonna be nothing in a sense. But like when it comes to stuff like that, I would say Elon and Andrew Tate, like I said, is like one of my top two. But somebody close to me in a sense, like daily life, like who's taught me stuff and stuff like that. It was my grandpa. He's no longer here with me, but man, I really stay true to myself. Truthfully, like there's not too many people people around me I look up to. Episode 13, it's a wrap. There's gonna be some more coming. The first of the year, there's gonna be some new things. But yeah, I'm out.